Breaking Bad. I'm your host, Ron Bergen, and this is Pensamiento. Today we will be bringing you coverage on the recent liberation of Kuwait and the victory over Iraq. Just yesterday, President George H.W. Bush Sr. announced a ceasefire after 42 days of conflict that declared the liberation of Kuwait. The operation was a huge U.S. Allied response success to Iraq's invasion of Kuwait, and it brought out a new era in military technology for the U.S.
You may be asking why they invaded Kuwait in the first place. It started after the end of British protection on June 19, 1961, when a border was drawn between Iraq and Kuwait. Before the protection, Kuwait was a part of Iraq. The dictator Saddam Hussein strongly believed that Kuwait should still be a part of Iraq, so he invaded the region to gain territory. On August 20, 1990, Kuwait had been overwhelmed only hours after crossing to Kuwait territory. The U.S. didn't get involved until Iraqi forces started heading to Saudi Arabia's border. If Saudi Arabia fell to Iraq, we would have one thing on the and this stated by President George H.W. Bush will not stand. The U.S. reached the UN Council for support. On November 29, 1990, the UN passed a resolution authorizing force against Iraq if they didn't withdraw. Now with help from the UN, the U.S. can stop Iraq in its tracks and drive them back. The operation lasted for 42 days, starting from January 16, 1991 to yesterday, February 27, 1991. Desert Storm was split into two phases, Operation Desert Shield and Operation Desert Saber. Operation Desert Shield started on January 16, 1991. That was a 38-day air campaign targeting key points in the Iraqi military. Operation Desert Saber was a ground operation that started February 24 at 4 a.m. That was led by U.S. Marines, followed by the rest of the U.S. and Allied forces. The strategy of taking Kuwait City and flanking east and far west of the Iraqi military, the operation will last for 3 days, nearly 100 hours after crossing the border.
Two attacks were launched by the Iraqs. The first one was a 7-Scud missile launched at Israel on January 17th. That inflicted little casualties. U.S. convinced them not to attack. The second attack was on January 29th against al-Qa'ida across the border of Saudi Arabia. The Iraqs were successful at taking the town, but was later ran out of the town. The U.S. suffered a little damage to the military with 760 casualties, while on the other side of the Iraqs had an estimate of 400,000 casualties out of their 554,000 troops.
Now going to an interview with Mr. Walt Boomer.
How concerned were you at this early stage in November about the casualties you will take getting to Kuwait City?
I was overwhelmingly concerned about casualties, particularly at the beginning, because we didn't know until later on that we were outnumbered, and the enemy had a use of chemical weapons.
Your intelligence was that they had chemical weapons and they were going to use them.
All of our intelligence indicated that they had them, therefore they were going to use them.
Were you concerned that the Marines were going to be used as blunted cannon fodder?
No, there was no concern on my mind that we were going to be used as cannon fodder. I mean, I wouldn't allow us to be used as cannon fodder.
Thank you, Mr. Boomer, for being here. I appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me here.
Sororo, you know what it is, right? Who Ricky Wayne the mixtape? You feel me? Yeah. First, let me hop out the motherfucker Porsche. I don't want it if that air don't sit like a horse. I be ballin' on the got me feeling like sports. Dash got so much wood, I could build me a fort. Ain't too many things I ain't done yet. I'm the king of this shit. Crowned by the toilet. I'm just barely getting started. You already upset. Got a tiger as a pet. I just took him to the very homie. I be making hits. I'm the rap Derek G.
For coverage, stay connected through BBN.com. Have a wonderful week, and signing off, this has been Breaking Bad News.
I'm Ron Burgundy, and this is Vince Sarmiento. Thank you for staying tuned through the coverage over Operation Desert Storm. We salute to our fellow troops that served during the Operation Desert Storm. God bless America.